What's going on, guys? Auzio here and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have got the best defenders in FIFA 21 tier list, and trust me, defenders this year has been insane. Like, there's going to be so many players that's going to go into the S tier. There's going to be so many players that's going to go into the A tier as well. But boys, there's going to be a lot of players that might be left out as well because they would simply not fit onto the tier list. So if you feel like there is players that you feel like deserve to get into the tier list but have not been included, let me know in the comment section who it is, and I will try to reply to as many as possible with a simple letter S, A, B, C, or even D. But boys, the rules are going to be the exact same for the attackers and midfielders tier list, where icons are not going to be included. Icons get pushed to a side for now, and we will be doing a tier list in the future for them. But let's get straight into it. Showdown Zinchenko. This card right here, when he came out as an 85 overall, he really wasn't, you know, top tier, but the 87 upgrade made him a little bit better. But I'm going to be honest, boys, I still feel like this card right here doesn't deserve to go into the B tier, especially with some of the players that's going to go into that B tier. I don't believe Zinchenko is on that level. So yeah, for now, he's going to go into that C tier. Wendell, though. Now, this is where we're getting excited because Zinchenko, I believe, is 5'9", Wendell being 5'10". He's got an inch above him, right? But the thing is, this Wendell card can actually play in that left-back position because he has got 4-star skill moves. So you can actually use these skill moves going forward. Zinchenko only having 3-star is a little bit questionable, and Wendell does have better physicals as well. So yeah, for me, Wendell deserves to go into that B tier. Inform Carl Walker. We already got an S tier player. We already have... Listen, this card, absolute joke. And the fact that EA thought it was a good idea to release him so early on as well just annoyed me a little bit more, because this card's pace, his defending, his physicality with his unique body type as well, just top tier. Like, you really can't go against it. The card has dominated for so long, and it's a card that I hate. And I repeat, hate playing. Like, oh, no. Get me away from there. Either way, road to the final, Varane. Do I have to say anything? Like, I'm pretty sure his gold card would go into the S tier. That's how broken it is. And boys, we are going to have to overlap it a little bit more because there's going to be a lot of players. So yeah, we're just going to make it, you know, visible still. But one rating is, one of the one of the numbers of the rating is going to be cut off. But yeah, Varane, there's no questions asked, is there? Like, he deserves to go into the S tier. Virgil van Dijk Team of the Year card. Now, this is the thing about this year, right? If this card right here was not as much as it currently is, he would get used way more often, okay? But the thing is, with the fullback meta, where fullbacks are going into the centre-back position and they're going for like 300, 400k, there would be no point in spending that much coins for a Team of the Year Virgil van Dijk, when you can get like a Reese James that will pretty much do the exact same job as Virgil. But let's not get it twisted. This Virgil card is still absolutely top tier, and I still believe he deserves to go into the S tier. Upamecano Headliner card. Upper always been one of those interesting cards, hasn't he? Like, he's got that strength, that 99 strength, and he puts in one hell of a tackle, and he also has the pace to his game. But my God, does he feel bad on the ball. This guy cannot dribble to save his life. So for Upper, I believe he deserves to go into that B tier. Make it a little bit more visible. There you go. Adama Traore foot freeze. Boys, the card, if you did him, you got yourself a W. I remember reviewing this card, and it was before they did the work rate upgrade. Like, they released the card without the work rate or preferred foot upgrade. It was the most annoying thing I have seen. But for me, it was one of those cards that was top tier. He really was. Like, the physicality, the pace that you go up against, it's very hard to beat Adama Traore. So yeah, for me, he's going to slide straight into the A tier. And it was another card that actually got released quite early on as well. And it kind of annoyed me that, you know, they decided they wanted to upgrade it after I did the review. But we're just going to move on. Tomori, foot birthday card. This card right here, for me, straight up better than Upamecano. And for that reason, he's going to go into the A tier. Boys, I still regret not doing a review on this card, because how good he is an absolute joke. He feels pretty good on the ball. His pace, top tier. Defending stats, top tier. Physicality, top tier. Tomori, into the A tier. Todibo. Oh, this is an interesting one, because I liked him. I really did. He was a very nice card to have in your team. But I'm thinking, can I put him on the same level as Tomori? Boys, I'm going to be honest, I really don't believe I can. I don't think I can. I feel like Tomori is a better Todibo. I really do. So yeah, Todibo into the B tier. We might move that up a bit later, you know, a bit later, but for now, he's going to stay there. I don't feel like he deserves to go in that A tier. Tierney. He's an interesting one because this card is very underrated. Like the pace, he's got it. The defending stats with the right chem style, he's got it as well. But it's... No, his physicality, he's got it as well. I can't remember what exactly it was bad about this card. But I remember it wasn't on the level of Wendell. I remember that. Yeah, for Tierney, I'm going to put him on the same level as Zinchenko. But he actually has the physicality, which is kind of a surprise. But he does actually have it. But yeah, Tierney onto the C tier. That might be, you know, if there was a C+, I would put him there. Like a C+ right here, I would put him there. But for now, I feel like he's going to go into that C tier. I don't feel like he deserves to go into the B tier. Tavernier headliner card. Come on. Come on now. Come on, straight up there. This guy is an absolute joke in game. I believe it's his defensive awareness, by the way. That isn't the greatest on the card, but it's an absolute lie because this guy is everywhere he needs to be. His physicality, he's what's called defending stats, passing stats are still pretty good as well. Dribbling on the ball is pretty good. Pace, outrageously good, and he even has that jumping ability to win headers as well. Tavernier, straight into the S tier, 100%, boys. Tap Sober Future Stars. He's a nice card. He really is. Can I put him on the same level as Tomori though? That's the real... I feel like I can. I don't feel like this card right here is on the level of a Walker, on the level of a Varane, and I do not believe he is on the level of a Virgil van Dijk. So for me, Tap Sober into the A tier makes probably most sense. I'm going to make it a bit more visible. There you go. That's perfect. Smalling. What if Smalling? He's a nice card as well. But I don't believe I can put him up there. So he's going to go straight into the B tier. Sinkgraven. Now, Sinkgraven was one of those objective cards, wasn't he? He was one of those cards that you literally got for free. But at the time, he was good. But this card kind of got outdated a little bit more. And do I believe I can put him on a B tier level? I don't. I feel like he belongs where Tierney and Zinchenko belong. So let me move... there you go. That's perfect. All right. Luke Shaw in form. He was another card that... looked pretty good on the card, but how he played in game was nowhere near comparable. Like, his stats on this card with the right chem style, top tier, whole new level. But how he plays in game, there is no chance this Luke Shaw card is that fast. And I don't believe I would use him over a Zinchenko, a Tierney, or even a Sinkgraven. So for me, Luke Shaw is going to be our first D tier. That hurts because me being a Manchester United fan, I want him to be higher. But hey, he's just simply not that great in-game. His stats, on the other hand, look top tier, but in-game, no chance. Sambia, he's a nice card. He's got, like, everything to his game. He's got, like, like the dribbling, the shooting a little bit. He's got a little bit of passing as well, but I don't believe he's on an A level. So Sambia is going to go into the B tier for now. Sven Bender, so this is the centre-back. I mean, he wasn't terrible, but he was not great either. You know, there was nothing, like... really special about him, and there would be no point of doing Sven when you can get Lars exactly for the same price. There was literally no point of doing this card. So Sven, for me, C tier. I don't believe he's on a Todibo level, you know. Reguilon, this was another card that had outrageously good stats in game, but how he actually played was nowhere near that. So yeah, Reguilon is going to be another card that's going to go into the C tier. I really don't believe he deserves to go any higher than that. And I packed that card. I got gassed as well when I packed him. I was like, yes, I've actually got like a really good left back. Trust me, boys, he really was not that great. And it annoys me because the stats say completely different. Team of the Year Ramos. This is another situation, by the way, as Virgil van Dijk. If the fullback meta was not a thing, this card would get used so much more often. For me, Ramos 100% deserves to go into the S tier. Ricardo Pereira, same situation as Reguilon, where he was a player that I thought was going to be top tier. I thought the card was going to be a card that was going to bring us to a whole new level, but it really didn't happen in game. And he's like a similar player to Reguilon as well when it comes down to like the physicality and all. So Ricardo, I'm going to put him into the C tier as well. Ferland Mendy. Let's not even, you know, I'm just going to not even say anything about that. I'm just going to put him up there and we're going to move on. Mbabu, though, that's a nice card. I love this card. This card right here, you can play in so many different positions. The centre-mid position, the centre-back position, the right-back position. He will dominate in every single one. So, yeah, Mbabu, another card that goes into the S tier. Bro, look how many good players we already have into the S tier. And I personally, like, can't see any of those players getting moved down. I really can't. Those ones 100% up there. Marcelo, what if card? This Marcelo card was interesting. Like, the guy can put in one hell of a tackle. Let's all be fair. But his pace was an issue, you know. He was one of those cards that was consistently getting outpaced. And he was one of those cards that could not dribble on the ball at all. Like, he felt so bad on the ball. So, with Marcelo, I am going to put him, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to put him into the D tier. But that might be moved up because his defensive ability is like really good. But we'll see how the tier list goes. And then I'll see at the end if he deserves to go up. Mangala, he was a nice card. But there wasn't too much, like, you know, thing about it, like, hype around him, let's say. Like, he was a player that was similar to Marcelo. He could put in a tackle. His physicality was really good. He does have better pace, and he does feel better on the ball than Marcelo. So I feel like he deserves to go one above him. So I'm going to put him into the C tier. Mohr, a card that absolutely got hated on because of how much he was going for. Absolute joke of a card when it came down to the price. So this Mohr card, especially with the stamina it has, I don't think deserves to go any higher than the D tier. Like, super disappointing card. He wasn't terrible in game, but he was a card that in that right back position that simply did not have enough stamina to last for the whole 90 minutes. And you know how it is in that fullback position. You need stamina. You need stamina to catch up to these Mbappe, to these CR7s. And Mohr, he wasn't that guy. He just wasn't. So yeah, Mohr into the D tier. Lars Bender. Now this is where we're getting tasty. This Lars deserves to go into the A tier. For me, I don't believe... Oh, but Mbabu's up there, isn't he? The thing is, Mbabu can actually play in that fullback position. I didn't believe this Lars Bender could because of his dribbling. So yeah, for me, I'm going to put him one lower than Mbabu, then Tavernier, then, you know, Mendy. I don't believe he deserves to go into the S tier. But if there was an A+, he would have 100% go in there. He was a very nice card to get. Kurzawa, this was a card that had really nice links. And a card that wasn't like extremely expensive either. But I like this Kurzawa card because defensive ability, he's got it. And he can actually go forward a decent amount as well. So yeah, B tier for him. Klostermann, a card that I still use till this very day. A card that still absolutely dominates players. For me, boys, Klostermann is going to go into the A tier. A lot of people might question that a little bit, but how he's performed for me, I really can't go against it. I don't believe he's on a level as like a player like Varane or an informed Kyle Walker, but this guy fights for the club. So yeah, I'm going to put him into the A tier. Kleiber, a person that I said was the best fullback in the entire game at the time. Now, do I still believe he is the best fullback? I don't. Alright, you know, someone called Alphonso Davies kind of holds that trophy, let's say. But for me, Kleiber is still an absolutely insane card. And it's still a card that I hate playing because how tall he is, how he dominates players, like when it comes down to putting in those tackles and all. So yeah, Kleiber into the S tier still. Kampembe, he was a card that was kind of got slept on because I believe this Kampembe card didn't get released like very long ago. I think it was like a few weeks back he actually got released, but he was still a very nice card. He's got that pace, that physicality, that, you know, defending stats. So with Kampembe, I am going to put him into the B tier. Kehera. Is it Kehera or Kira? I can't remember how to actually pronounce this name. He's a nice card. A very nice card. A card that I'm disappointed did not get upgraded, but a card that still deserves to go into the A tier, boys. He was so good for me. It was ridiculous. So yeah, I'm going to put him into the A tier. St. Just, he's a nice one. A really nice one to have in your team. He was one of those cards that I low-key thought the upgrade was going to be way better than it actually was. But he was still an insanely good card. But the only thing was the club he comes from. It was kind of hard to link him. But for me, boys, he was still an insane card. And he's still going to go into the A tier. Reese James, Future Stars. This guy right here, I hate. Another card I hate playing against because that stocky body type just makes him get so many blocks. It is ridiculous. But boys, I don't think anyone can go against it. He is one of the best defenders in this entire game and he deserves to go into the S tier. Theo Hernandez, this card right here, like, his stats are insane. Like, the pace, the defending, the physicality, the passing, the dribbling, they're all good. But for me, I don't feel like he performs as good as a Ferland Mendy, as an Mbabu, as a Kleiber, as a Reese James. So I am going to put him into the A tier. But if there was an A+, I'll probably put him there. You know, I'll probably put him there. So yeah, Hernandez, you know, I can't put him on the same level as these four. I really can't. I can't do it to myself. I feel like these four are better than Hernandez. Hermoso, he's a nice card to have, but a card that can I put on a Kera, or is it Kera or Kira? I can't remember how I pronounce that name. And St. Just and Tomori and Tapsoba, I do not believe so. I can't put him on that level, but I am going to put him into the B tier because I believe he deserves to be there. Gunter, this was a card that was slept on a lot. A card that goes for an extremely cheap price, but a card that literally has everything. He has that dribbling. He has that height. He has that pace, that strength, that aggression, the tackling ability. I'm telling you, boys, this card is a card that 100% gets slept on, and I am going to put him into the A tier. Gomez. Inform Gomez. A card that did dominate back in the day. But can I put him on a level of Varane? Can I put him on a level of informed Kyle Walker? I'm going to be honest, boys. I don't think I can. I really can't. Like, he is a really, really good card. Let's not get that twisted, right? A really good card. But I don't believe I can put him on these two level. I really don't. So, yeah, Gomez is going to go into the A tier. Yuminez, I used this card for Foot Champs, and he was a good card. But nowadays, especially with his kind of dribbling and his kind of passing ability, I don't believe I can put him above Mangala. I really don't. I am going to put him all the way into the D tier. But this card was good when I used him. It's just, nowadays, I feel like he's extremely outdated. Fofana's a nice card to have. He was one of those cards that was obviously a free card, a card that you had to grind for. And I believe he was one of those cards that you had different tiers. So it was like starting off with like a 79 overall, going up to like an 82. I think he went up to an 84 and then to an 86. Great system, obviously, from EA. But the 86 Fofana, I don't believe is on the level of some of these centre-backs up here. But I still feel like he is very good. So I am going to put him into the B tier. Doherty. He was a good card as well. If you play him in a centre-back position, my God, this guy in that right-back position, boys, no chance. Absolutely no chance. But you played him in a centre-back position, and he was nice. But do I believe I can put him on a level as Todibo or Pomacano? Oh, this one is a hard one. You know what, boys? If there was a C+ here, I would do it. But I'm going to put him into the C tier for now. And that card might be moved up at the end. Because as I said, I'm going to go through this just to make sure I've got every single one correct. Because I don't want to be putting players into, you know, a higher tier or even a lower tier than they deserve. Dest. He was a nice card. A very nice card. The problem with this Dest card was the work rates. Him having high-low work rates kind of killed him a little bit. But the thing is, Dest was so good. And if you stick him on a stay back while attacking instruction, he stays back. Oh, this is a hard one. This is a hard one. Do I put him in A? Do I put him in B? I feel like I'm going to put him in A. He is a very nice card to have. He is like quite small, but he was such a good card. The high-low work rates, though, that's all it is, man. If he didn't have high-low work rates, he would be up there with like an A+, man. Like, he is top tier. De Siglio, straight up there. He was a card that I really did enjoy using. And he was a free card as well, an objective card, a storyline card, a card that you had to grind for, but it was 100% worth it. And he was one of those cards that had everything: the height, the pace, the defending, the good dribbling as well. Afonso Davies team in here, coming out, boys. The best fullback in the entire game, deserves to go into the S tier 100%. I don't even have to talk too much about him. I've been using him for so long, and I've loved him every single bit. Diego Dalot. I mean, Dalot's a nice card. He really is, but I don't feel like he's a fullback. I feel like if you're going to get this card, you use him in a centre-back position, and that's what I've been doing for like the past 2 weeks. A centre-back position is definitely the way to go. But because of how he feels on the ball, I don't feel like I can sit there and put him on like a Dest level. And I feel like De Siglio even feels better than him. So yeah, Dalot, I'm going to put him into the B tier. Cuadrado. I mean, Cuadrado obviously having a 5-star skill moves is good and all, and going forward, he is a good player. But defensively, he really ain't it. Like, I think this card has like 70 stamina. I think it's 70 stamina or like 75 stamina. Something around there. His stamina, god tier awful. His ability obviously go forward is top tier, but defensive awareness and all isn't really the greatest. So I'm going to put Cuadrado into the C tier, because I don't really, like, you know, I don't feel like he deserves to go up to the B tier. I really don't. With some of the fullbacks that's in here, I do believe defensively, these guys are way better. Carlos. Now, this is an interesting card, because he does a lot for this. He does a lot for you, but he's like, It's again, can I put him on these players' level? I don't believe I can. I feel like every single one of these players is better than Carlos. So yeah, I'm going to sit there and put him into the B tier. Cancelo. Oh, I love this card. The only thing about this Cancelo card is the strength. He hasn't really got a lot to it, but like he does everything perfect apart from being physical. The guy puts in a good tackle. It feels good going forward. Has good skill moves. Pace is good as well. There's not much to complain apart from the strength. If he had strength, boys, bro, 100%. I'll put him straight up there. But because he ain't got strength, I'm going to put him into the A tier. Bruno Perez, no questions asked. Listen, high-low work rates, but listen. This card, one of the best fullbacks in the game, but because of the high-low, that is what stops him. The high-low stops him from being into the S tier. If he had something like high-medium or medium-high, straight up. But I can't put him up there because of those high-low work rates. Boateng. This card was interesting because he was one of those players that was like Mangala, to be fair. Like, would put in a solid tackle and would have that physicality, but the pace was not the greatest. And obviously, dribbling with him was not the greatest either. So yeah, I'm going to put him on a Mangala level because I feel like that makes most sense. Yuri. Oh, this was a card that was so much better than Ricardo. So much better than Reguilon. And a card that actually lived up to how he played in game with his stats. It's not like a Reguilon or Pereira where them two was, you know, having amazing stats on a card and it didn't really perform in game. No, this Yuri card, boys, get him up there. Get him straight up there into that A tier. Move him over slightly. There you go. Bailly. I mean, Bailly was another one of those cards. Where was it? Who did I say? I think, yeah, it was St. Juice, wasn't it? One of those cards that we thought was going to get upgraded way more than it actually did. And that was the disappointing thing about Bailly. But he was still a solid card, and I am going to still put him into the B tier. Team of the Year Trent, a card that I love in this game. A lot of people, I've heard a lot of people say bad things about this Trent card. But for me, personally, I feel like this card is outrageous. He can play that centre mid position perfectly, that centre back position perfectly, that full back position perfectly. So for me, boys, I'm going to be honest, I feel like Trent deserves to be up there. And I know a lot of people will probably disagree with that, but for me, I feel like he's been one of my best players that I've used. Straight up. He has been absolutely insane. So yeah, Trent, S tier for me. Alaba. Oh, this card is going to be a hard one. I don't feel like he deserves to go into the B tier. But for some of the players that's in A tier, I'm going to be honest, I don't believe he belongs into the A tier as well. He's a nice card. He really is. No, I'm not going to do it. You know what? We're going to make a new section just for him. We're going to make a B+. We put him right there. Right there. B+. Listen, I know I don't do it with other players, but this guy 100% deserves it. And he is underrated. Very underrated. You match up against this guy, it's going to be very hard to beat him. Ake, he's a nice card as well. But the thing is with Ake, he's not that physical. Like, his physicality really isn't the greatest. And I feel like if this card gets that +2 upgrade, he's going to go into the A tier. But for now, with, you know, just being an 87 overall and his physicality not being top tier at all, I feel like B tier for now. But if he gets upgraded, move him into the A tier. Akanji, straight up there. Top tier card. I wouldn't say he's on the same level as Klostermann. I feel like Klostermann is better than Akanji, even though the stats are, you know, going towards Akanji. For me, in game, Klostermann just gives a better fight against my opponents. But Akanji, 100% is still up there. And Acuna, a card that I absolutely love, deserves to go into the A tier as well. This Showdown Acuna card, my god, man, the guy can literally do it all. He's dribbling, amazing. Pace, amazing. Defending, amazing. Physicals, passing. Even, I believe it's his long shots as well, is really good. So yeah, Acuna into that A tier. But boys, that is going to be it for the defenders tier list. Now, the real question is, who do I move down and who do I move up? Do I believe anyone from this level right here deserves to go up? The only player, I'm going to be honest, I'm questioning is Marcelo. I feel like Marcelo deserves to go up, but I don't feel like I can put him on a Mangala or Boateng level. I don't know, man. I don't think I can. If there was a D+, I'll probably put him there. But Marcelo, I feel like stays into that D tier. But I know a lot of people like him. It's just for me, I didn't feel like he was that great. C tier, Zinchenko, Tierney, St. Graven, Sven Bender, Reguilon, Pereira, Mangala, Doherty, Cuadrado, Boateng. I feel like that's perfect. B tier, Wendell, Upamecano, Todibo, Smalling, Sambia, Kazawa, Kampembe, Hermoso, Fofana, Dalot, Carlos, Bailly, and Ake. I feel like that's okay. I don't feel like anyone deserves to go higher. Todibo. But I don't feel like he's on a Tapsoba or Tomori level. That's the problem with Todibo. I don't feel like he's on their level. So yeah, I'm going to stick him down there for now. Acuna, Akanji, Traore, Tomori, Tapsoba, Lars Bender. You got Klostermann. I believe it's Kera. I'm not 100%. St. Juice, Hernandez, Guntar, Gomez, Dest, Desiglio, Cancelo, Bruno Paredes, and Yuri. I'm going to be honest, I don't believe any of those deserve to go down. I really don't. The only one I could probably question is maybe Dest. But I don't want to move Dest down, man. That card is top tier, but it's the high-low work rates that kind of kill him a little bit. You got Inform Carl. Nah, I can't change anyone from the top. I'm going to be honest. I don't even need to read out the top. The S tier is insane. But boys, that is going to be it for the defenders tier list. I feel like that is perfect for my point of view, but I know there will be a lot of people that feel like the cards deserve to go higher or lower. But once again, tell me who I've missed out on. If there's a certain individual that you feel like deserves to be in this tier list that I have not included, let me know the name in the comment section and I will try to reply to as many as possible with a single letter, an S, A, B, C, or even D. But boys, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to leave a comment, but for now, peace.